And I laugh at the fools who act like the rules weren't meant to control them as though hymen weren't broken. They've been sodomized by things that I can't even epitomize to be something between my eyes and maybe yours, maybe your fingertips. Maybe I couldn't even give you that bullshit that I tried to write a long time ago, but maybe I could just do something like a little more open and uninhibited. Maybe I can just give you the bullshit I've been dealing with, like the idea of how death can be so close, too close for comfort, to realize in the span of 8 weeks I've had 8 deaths, more so 8 days. Can you imagine the play it makes when you have to realize that somebody of the mentality of being able to have words just floating around your mind to the point that the relevance of somebody actually speaking, having no idea what they would do to you, like when you say you lived in Nebraska, that little girl who died from those 2 tornadoes, she was my niece. It's crazy, the relevance of people when they speak, and it's so irritating how we have to grasp the concept of accepting what we can't change and then accepting we can't change what we want to. Alex, damn it. And even more so, the idea of us having to go through another poetry spell where we have to realize that she's not going to walk in that room, that burns my soul. And for anybody who had no idea what she was like, I'm sorry that you missed that hype, but that girl had a light that shined brighter than anything I could ever put into play, let alone words. Just imagine what it would be like to feel that you were in your darkest pit, and sometimes you just felt like that moment where you could actually breathe again. That was Alex. Amazing. But it's crazy how we find ourselves in this place where we can't even allow ourselves to face the truth. That real unapologetic moment where you actually get used to the pain or the abuse. And you actually entertain the shit because you might not like me because the view's different. I guess I'm going down too low. It became a ritual. I would sit in my favorite chair, place my fingers on the right keys and let my lyrics flow. At times they move so swiftly, up and down, side to side, I forgot my fingers were mine. It's like I became this tool, like I was the mic. And through me, the words flowed so freely, and sometimes I was able to reach, teach, or inspire somebody who didn't even think I'd ever speak to their soul. And isn't it amazing how sometimes we feel like we can't even feel anymore? I can do magic. I can make a numb man feel. Take a deep breath and realize what it's like to release all the things you've ingested, all the things you're infected with, the pain that you hold on to because apparently you think that it's normal. It's not. And it's so crazy to me how we collectively will do this to ourselves, not realizing that art really is a healer. And even though you might not follow the same that I do, the synonyms are not too different. You see, if I had 3 minutes where the whole world would listen, I would teach them about my religion and how with it all things are possible. Then I said to myself that this clever use of a synonym to avoid a colossal insult, I've never found a difference in our walks. And I say how I refuse to support the opinions of millions who conjured employers sustained by greed after they have since unclenched the physical violence to live selflessly. You think about poetry being something like music slowed down without the tunes to drown out the sound of the heartbeats that we go against the drums of our souls being able to beat to the rhythm of yours. Your souls walking around on dirty floors of the pastimes and somebody else's pastimes. You get mad at how they pass time, not realizing that the time passes by so slowly, those seconds we take for granted. It's crazy. And even more so, it's crazy that you don't know about the heroes that you have within reach. You see, wordsmiths can take letters pieced together and paint images with their lips and tongue tips. And they welcome the audience to vicariously experience the moments they portray with verbal portraits with the sole purpose of an execution via silence. Breathe. Every time you think that you can't get through something or deal with something or just make it through the day, as long as you breathe, everything else will be fine. And I promise, sometimes it doesn't feel like that. Sometimes it feels like you can't even grasp air, grasp the concept of breath, grasp the purpose of even giving life a second chance. And sometimes you can't cut deep enough to get it out, that pain. But sometimes the whole purpose of you feeling it is just to remember that you're not numb in the first place. Okay.